Okie dokie. Nah, no okie dokie. Gotta put the microphone on. All right. Hey, Sonia. How's it going? Well, first painting of the new year. Pretty dark outside at 10 minutes to 5. I got all the windows shut anyway. I don't have the big overhead light on, so I might appear to be a little darker than normal. Hey, Nell. Jessica. Hey, everybody. For some reason, I gotta redo my live chat here so I can see it there. Fix my mic. All right, I know what's going on. There we go. All right, that should be a better. Okay, let me know if you guys can hear me quite clearly, because it wouldn't make any sense for me to go on if you guys can't hear me. All right, good. Yeah, when I put my switcher on, if I don't change the mic setting on the, you guys will hear me, but from either the webcam mic or you'll hear me from the mic that's about 7 feet from me. All right, which is the camera that shows my face. So, alrighty. A good buddy of mine, Brucey Boy, tried to do a lattice painting. There's a few ways to do it, but his looked like a bamboo cage, so we're gonna have to help him out with that. But first off, let's this is only 12 by 16 panel board. Somebody talked to me and said that I should go back to doing the panel board instead of the watercolor paper with the foam board backing. So I thought about it for a second or two. I'm like, they might be right. So we're gonna try this and see what happens. As far as the okay, Jessica, thank you. Instead of the foam board and watercolor paper, because the watercolor paper, if you don't put the adhesive on all the way, it'll start to bubble and whatnot. So we'll try it this way and see how it goes. All right, as you can see over here, I got this large bottle of water. I'll keep it over here in my hand. But the paints we have are plentiful, so we're going to use the bigger brush here to apply the paint at first. It's a simpler way to do a background, plus I'll put some other stuff in there before we do the lattice. All right, with titanium white, raw umber, cad orange, sap green, Prussian blue, and cad red. All right, I should have put the orange down there. Oh yeah, I did. I'm sorry. The cad orange, oh, this is a cad orange hue. It's kind of weak. I'm gonna look for some other ones, some stronger oranges. What we're gonna do first off, for right now, is we're gonna actually add water to the board, and just a small spritz of water, and you spread it out a little bit. Okay, try not to get it to run all down the board. Just a little water like that, and this also helps the paint flow and blend and all that stuff. So it's just a little, that's all it is just water. That is all. All right, we'll start with just a little pinch of red, and we'll kind of slap that red up around in here somewhere. All right, let's kind of move it around a bit and kind of pop it here a little. All right, a little stronger down here. It will be mixed in and whatnot, so I'm not too terribly worried about it. Let's get a little bit of orange. We'll pop that orange all up in here. all in the middle, like this. All right. Let's get some of that opposite color of orange. We'll put it up here, that blue. We'll mix it in there, just like that. Pop it in. We'll get some blue, some darker blue. We'll kind of slap it in there like this. Okay. Just like so. I'll clean off the brush real quick. I know it looks a little thick right now. The reason why I'm using the water, I'm going into some the raw stuff here. Kind of pop it in here and let it mess around, let it blend a little bit. No big deal. Particularly in the corners, I want pretty dark. Get a little bit of blue and throw some of that blue in there. You see it starts turning that weird kind of a gray color. All right. Let's play with some red up here. Mix some of it up in there like that. Let's pop some of that in there like this. All right. And we'll throw some more red down in the corner here. A little stronger. Just kind of pop it in there like that. The only thing I didn't really add in there is green, but it's all right. We'll get there. Let's get some of this sap green. We'll put it up around in here somewhere like this. Just like that. Let's get some more of that green. And we're just laying down color. Okay, just like that. See how it mixes? And you can kind of mold and shape. This is just what I'm doing right now is just making just different temperatures of color. You got cool and light temperature colors together, adding a flow even at this stage. Okay, all right. Hey, Marilyn. Nell, Sonia, Le Hood crew, welcome. All right, just water and the heavy body paint. That's all. All right, let's take a mop brush. This is one of the larger ones I have. Now, if you notice about the mop brush, I'll bring it here. You guys can see it a little easier. Put it against the blackboard. You see that little peak up there? That's actually what's touching all of this, or what will be touching all of that. All right. Okay, we're gonna melt all this together. Okay. We're gonna start with the lighter stuff first, and then we'll gravitate toward the dark. Very, 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 very softly. You blend all this together. Very soft, no hard edges. I'm going in a circular fashion. You don't necessarily have to go in a circle. You can go X strokes if you want, whatever helps you out. All right, try not to stay in one spot long, because if you do, you start to get like spots starting to wear away and all that good stuff. All right, and you'll kind of feel it. You'll see it and you'll feel it. But here's this neutral grayish color starts to form and happen when you do this type of background. Okay, as the paint starts to dry, you'll notice it, you'll feel it. Depends on how often you do this. All right, so it really depends. And once again, I'm just going very lightly to mesh all these colors together without having any hard lines. So it's very smooth, very smooth. And I put enough water on here so the paint kind of moves around and blends together without any stroke marks and all of that. And keep in mind, this stuff is going to be the background. The lattice will cover the majority of these colors, but you kind of want this movement going around in here. Okay, and anything that I see that might be circular movements or the stroke marks, simply wisp them out of there. Okay, But now you see all the colors are all blended together. You still got your light spots. Okay, you got your other spots happening there. So the flow isn't really gone. Okay. Yes, I will rinse off this giant brush. It does hold quite a bit of water. Usually I would just take my hand and wring it first before I rinse it out. Rub it against the rake. I got a big towel on my lap. Happy New Year. Right back at you, Rosemary. Hope all is well. And, you know, it'll be good to go. All right, we'll set that down. Okay, and dokie. Don't think I really wanted this light, but you know, we're gonna do something about that too. What I'm gonna use now, I can go on with the project with this, but let's lighten it up just a little bit. I'm gonna take my 2-inch brush. I'm gonna go into some white and glycerin mix. All right. Don't really need too much of this. And what I'm going to do is just lightly kind of go over all of that. Now, will it cover all of that? No, because one, it's not titanium white. It's just craft paint and glycerin mix. And so I'm just I'm going to lighten it all up. And as I'm lightening this stuff up, okay, it's going to mesh and blend the colors even more. Okay. And remember, with the glycerin mix, you can still mess around with this. All right. Yes, the paint's still going to move around underneath all of that. You follow me? And we're going to smooth all of this out. Don't worry. Hashtag don't panic. I'm just putting the white and the glycerin right on top. Once again, it helps, it blends it all in, and you'll see. Right now, I'm just applying the paint and the glycerin mix. Now, because it's mixed with paint, this glycerin, it is going to dry quicker than if I just had regular paint. All right, now this brush technically is kind of too small to do all the stroking I plan to do to smooth all of that out. So you can either use a Hake brush or one of the large mop brush deals. I'll just use this 2-inch variety. And once again, I just kind of little X strokes there, just smooth all of this stuff out. Smooth it on out. An extremely soft-haired brush. X strokes. Smooth it all out. As you can see, you can still see the colors. Okay. And it gives me a nice slick background that I can work with. Okay. Just like that. Smooth it all out. Smooth it right out. So, basically all I would like to do with that so far. Now, won't have any running colors going through this because I've applied the water in the paint first. Then the glycerin paint mix is going through there, doing what it does. Okay. All right. So that's a pretty interesting looking background. Okay, let's I guess we'll do it with a sponge because one is quicker. Let's dip into a little bit of this dark blue. We'll just put it right here. We're gonna dip into a little bit of this orange with that dark blue. It gives me this weird bluey green color. Okay, and we're just gonna get some patterns going down here on the bottom. We'll kind of mess with it like this, and we'll be a nice little chunk of it all up in here, and just pressing in here with the sponge. No big deal. Let's go with a little bit of brown. Put the brown in there. A little bit of blue, brown and blue mix. It's another type of green. I'm gonna add a little bit of red, opposite of blue. It just deepens it, darkens it, and you'll see it in a second. And we're gonna pop that in there too. You don't have to be that gentle, just press. Especially down here, down below. Just keep doing it. Keep pressing. All right. All right. We'll go a little slower. We'll kind of pop in some things here. A little darker color. And let's kind of throw that in there. Oh, something like that. Let's put it right in there. All right, something like that. It's all good, just like so. And that's just a sponge. Remember, I'm doing stuff that will be in the background. The lattice will cover some of this. All right. Once again, this is not going to be a very difficult project to do. It will look a lot more complicated than it really is. Okay. All right. All right. Let's put. We're gonna make a play off of this. We're gonna take a. We'll take a 1/4 inch brush. All right. We'll incorporate some of this. I don't want to really waste anything, so we'll use some of this. All right. All right, we'll take that. We'll get a bit of white, put it in there. It's going to gray it out. We'll add some color. We'll use the rest of the orange in there. All right. Now that orange really brightens up this grayish tone there. All right. I guess we can use a little bit of that. That's fine. And I'm going to take this flat brush, very tiny guy. Oh, we'll go in there. We'll just kind of use some of this. And what I'm going to do, we're going to make like kind of the appearance of some loosey goosey type of leaves, very light. We'll just kind of pop it in there, little touches here and there, just like this. Just kind of put it in there like that, and I'm just tapping and wiggling a little bit, little pouncing things in there. And this is just to give the impression. Just give the impression of groupings of little leafy things happening in there. As we're doing this, as I'm doing this, all right, we'll lighten it up. We'll probably get it a little greener, get a little bit of green, put it in there. Gray is this is not but shades of gray, and it's a very forgiving color. All right. Once again, I'm just using a flat brush. We'll kind of pop some of that up in here a little bit. I don't want to get rid of all of the dark. And we'll fade. We'll get a bunch of colors like this, and we'll just kind of lightly fade it out there. Just like this. Remember, I'm just giving the impressions of you know, some kind of a bush of some sort. I'm just pressing, making these little interesting patterns, and as I make the patterns, I'll lightly wisp some corners away. Okay. And with it being a little wet, you can kind of smooth all of this out. Do what you feel you need to do. Yeah, we're good like that. Let's get a little bit of red. Just be careful with your red. Red kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. So I'm browning the red up a little bit. We'll add some of that in here. Almost look like little flowers and stuff going on in there. But these aren't as bright, so we can kind of put them down here in the corner a little bit. Bring it down here. It's interesting to get your medium and dark colors to kind of play with each other because they melt in together. Okay. Once again, you got to concentrate and know that this is just background stuff. All right. Let's get a touch of white. We'll put it right here. Get the rest of this blue. I just want as many colors to try to put in here before I run out of colors. So we'll brighten up that blue just a little bit. Get some more blue. Pop it in there. It's a weird gray-blue color. That's what's happening with it, but it's all right. Because next to all of this, it still will appear blue. Blue-like. And we'll kind of put some of that in there. Let me get some more blue. Because I want the blue to be a little more noticeable. So we're going to go and do the same thing on the other side. Don't worry. But we're going to also fade some of this out. Because remember, this is the background. And it's still wet because of the glycerin mixed in with the paint. So we can still mess around and blend some of that stuff out there. Now, if you don't want to use a flat brush, you can use a, what is it called? You can use a filbert if you want to go that route. Nothing wrong with that. Use what you feel is comfortable for you to use, or experiment with a few of them. All right, just like that. Let's get some more of that. We'll pop a few up around in here. See, you don't have to color everything in. All right. Okay, something like. Okay, something like that. All right, something like that, and basically all you need, really, for something like that. Let's go. Let's go with a more in-depth green here. Let's put it right in here. If anybody have any questions, please feel free to ask. I don't want to do all the talking. Actually, let's change brushes for a second, because I did it with a small flat brush. So I know I talked to you about a filbert, and I do have a filbert around here. Maybe I'll use a tinier filbert. Let's put this one back here. I got a smaller filbert. So let's go into the, because I know don't I got a baby filbert hanging around here somewhere? Yeah, I do. This guy. All right, this is a little baby filbert, little fellow. Okay. All right. Okay. A little bit of white. Just a little brighter green here. All right. Yes, put them in caps. I would appreciate that. Because on YouTube, I can't go back and answer them like I could on Facebook. It's one of the things I think I miss about doing this regularly on Facebook. All right, we'll come up to the top here and kind of see just like this, and keep doing it in kind of little patches there. Get rid of some of the patches, fade the bottom out. All depends on where you want this stuff seen. Okay. Once again, I'm using heavy body paint, and this is a filbert brush. I'm just kind of wiggling around, just like that, kind of little things like this. And now, as you can see, I'm just kind of putting them in spots. I'm looking exactly where I'm going. All right, just like this, kind of fade it here and there. Okay, you can take some dark. Let's get a little bit of, we'll put the dark blue right here, get a little bit of red, and we'll get some deep maroon going here. I just really want it darker, a little more red. Get it pretty deep here. Okay, we got that. Now because of the white and the blue, we got this nice purple color. I'll kill some of that. All right. Now I got green and that blue in there. Some of that red, which is the opposite color of green, it's gonna really darken it out because it's competing with the other colors. But now I got a nice deep color here, almost a brownish purple. This is deep enough. I'm gonna come on the bottom here. I want to establish at least some more darkness in there. And I bring some of that dark up in there. And what it does is bring out the light colors even more. And it kind of buries some of that orange brown that I see down there. And it helps me to separate that other bush a little bit. I know I'm going into it an awful lot for being a background bush, but you'll see all of this makes sense. Okay. I don't have to cover all of it, and I won't. We'll still have some of that background show through some of these guys, like so. I don't really want it too dark. It all has to kind of fill in and match a little bit. I'll come back here. Anything I want pretty solid, I'll just kind of cover it up in there. No big deal, like so. All right. Now I told you earlier, a few seconds ago, about make it a little more fuzzy, blend it out a little bit, and I'll take, don't matter at this point, even a soft brush like this, because remember it's still kind of wet, and I'll go in very soft X strokes, and I'm only going towards the top. And what I'm doing really is just blending some of that out. All right, just to soften those edges. When you soften edges like this, okay, it will set the bushes back. I'll just keep doing it, keep doing it. Now it's starting to tack up, which is a good thing. That's not all bad. Okay, I'll blur some of that out there. And very soft, I can go into the plants themselves. I'm not blurring them away. I'm just softening some of them because I don't want them to appear to be dead in front. Okay, as you can see, it's starting to look all kind of faded and whatnot. And you can do the same thing here for the top here. All right, not necessarily the whole thing, but like up, but keep them kind of a little more detailed here, but fade them out here. Okay, just like that. All right. 70 degrees in southern Maryland. It is 48 degrees here in New York and pitch black. It's dark. All right. So that we pretty much have that completed, that done. All right. Now we'll get to the fun part here. We're going to do the lattice work here. All right. You can have the lattice any color you want. That's really up to you. Now the lattice work, the last time you guys see me do a lattice, I used tape. All right. No tape today. Not for the lattice. What color brown is really up to you. How dark you want the wood to be is truly up to you. All right. I'm adding more red, mixing it in there. Mixing in with it. And it's going to turn into a reddish gray, and it's okay. You're going to use the opposite of red, which is green, which is going to tone down that red. It's still got the grayness in it. All right, I think I'm going to use this. I should have enough, in theory. It sounds good on paper. All right, we'll try that. We'll see what happens with that. Okay, we're going to use a 3/4 inch brush. I hope I have enough. We shall soon see. I'm hoping we do. I'll get a little water and I'll I'll dampen the brush a little bit. I don't want to put a whole ton of water in this paint. I'll pull the paint towards me. All right. This is one of the quicker ways to make a lattice. Okay, this is where your confidence level kind of shows. All right. Okay, and we just take it and we just go across. All right, just up like that. And do another one. Just like that. These will appear quite quickly. And try to get it as even as you possibly can. Okay. Just like so. Get you some more paint. And just put them in there. Put it in there, put it in there, put it in there. Try to keep it all as even as you can. And as you can see the angle, all right? And I'm moving my whole arm as I'm doing this, all right? I'll lower the brush. Just like so, okay? Just like so. Keep it moving. Not much as far as glycerin or water involved in this because you want the paint to kind of lay on top of the other stuff. All right. There we go. Let's get a touch of water. Not much. This is a heavy body paint, so I can get away with adding a little water to this paint. It's all right. It is a-okay. Now I can see that I might need a little more paint. We'll see. I think we need a little more paint. And if we do, I'll just mix some more real quick. Maybe we'll need some more. All right, a little more brown. Mix that blue in there a little bit. Once it starts turning green, add a little bit of red. It'll kill that blue. Just like that. We'll lighten it up a little bit with that white. A little touch of white there. Lighten it up a bit. Try to match it as close as possible. All right. Oh, a little pinch of red. Just a pinch. Red's very powerful. And just keep blending. Keep mixing it. All right. And we'll go back over it. Kind of thicken it there. There we go. Come on back. Come on back. Especially when you going over your work, your previous work. Put enough of it there to cover all that up there, like that. All right. All right. And we got another one here, right about here. It's good. Just like so. All right. All right. So as you can see, we got the first half, and you can see already your bushes in the back are already going back there. You got this interesting looking sky stuff happening back there. Your eye will fill in the gaps automatically, so don't worry about that. Let's get a little bit of, we'll get a little bit of a blue. We'll put the blue here. We'll get a little bit of red. We'll put the red there. And we'll stir it, stir it, stir it, stir it up, stir it up, stir it up. Just like so, stir it up. All right, and you're gonna pull this stuff towards you because this brush can maintain a very nice sharp edge. All right, and we're gonna do it here from the bottom. We're just going to do a nice little line like that. Keep going. And you guys already noticed the shadow part of the wood. All right, and we're going to keep it moving. Keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving. Boom. You want it as dark as possible if you can. All right. And there. This is one of the quickest ways to do a lattice, hands down, and yet still make it attractive and appealing. Okay, like I said, I know my buddy was having a little trouble with it. So if I do it this way, the freehand way, hopefully if he sees this video, you know, I can help him out there. And you can put other flowers behind this if you want, other roses and whatnot. Up to you how you want to do that. That's really your bag. Up to you how you want to go there with it. All right, it's getting a little light on me, so I'm adding some more color, more red, more blue. I would like to get some brown in there, but I ran out of brown, but that's okay. This is just the shadow side, so it's all right. I'll go back over this darker, deeper. And we're going to continue it on here. I can feel the paint getting tacky, which is a good thing. Okay. All right. All right. And we'll go over it again to maintain that darkness, so it gives you that 3D quality. So I will go back over it a few times. All right. And I got the TV over here to make sure everything is coming along all right. Just like so. Okay. Just like that. This adjusts the focus here. Every time I add a layer, it doesn't maintain its focus too strong. You got to keep adding, you know. But now you can see how it's starting to look here. Okay. All right. Let's clean this off. Now I work with a very small color palette, so when it comes to remixing colors, until you get accustomed to it, you'll kind of stick with a small palette, and then as you get more and more into it, you can add more colors and all of that fun stuff. Okay, let's move this back over here out of my way. Let's go back into some raw umber here. Add that back. All right, we're going to lighten a brown for the top, going the other direction. Same method. All right. Okay. Let's do it with the old palette knife. Get a little bit of brown. We'll put it here. Oh, actually, we'll keep it simple. Add a little white to it. We'll just stir that in there. Mix it pretty good. This will add even more depth to this relatively simple painting. Once again, very simple way to do a lattice with stuff behind it. Okay. All right. Let's take this, because it's getting pretty thin, and I'll bunch it and put it right there, because this stuff is going to get tacky and hard and be useless. All right, take the same size brush. Now the titanium white will help you going across, kind of help sell the image there. Don't know if I got enough. We'll find out. You guys know how that goes. Okay, try to use more paint than water or anything like that. I try not to use any glycerin because I want this stuff to cover it. Okay, and we're gonna come here now. In doing this, let's say to get the angles. All right, you see with the angles, you see how your brush would go right out here next to the line, or you can do it right from here, wherever you feel. Okay, or up here. All right, however you feel comfortable to do it, just take it and you go across just like that, just like so. And you want to have enough just to cover. Sometimes it may work for you, sometimes it may not. You just have to use enough of it, once again, just to kind of cover this stuff. Try to keep the, because you want almost like a little diamond shapes in between. All right, so try your best to try to keep it like that. All right, you just try your best. Try your best. Come on, come on, come on, come on. All right, just like so, and keep on going. Try to pay really close attention to your angles. That's very important. That's very important also. Keep your angles. Don't go too far in. Don't go too far away from it. All right. You might get a little nervous as you keep going toward these larger ones here, but you'll be all right. All right. Have a little fun. It's freehand. Okay. Mine's might not be terribly perfect because I'm talking to you as I'm doing it, but it's all right. We can correct it. And if you don't like an angle, you can always hide it. I wouldn't do what I just did, go up from the other direction, because if you're not familiar with it or not used to doing it, you will mess up. So try not to do it that way. I've been doing this for a minute, so I'm just used to it. Okay. And I'm moving my whole hand, which is why I'm able to keep a somewhat decent straight line. All right, I've been doing this for a while. Once again, get some more brown, just like that. Get a little white, just like that. Pop it in there. Okay, just like so. Use plenty of paint. All right. A lot of paint, less water. Titanium white if you use it, because you're gonna have to, you have to cover the darker spots that is going above. Okay. All right, and we'll keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. You see it skipping? That's because it's starting to dry up. But that's all right. Keep it moving. It's all right. You got more paint. Use more paint. Don't worry about it. Hashtag don't panic. Keep going. You'll get it there. You'll get it there. Don't worry. Worry not. Still looks like a lattice. I gotta hit that focus often. We only got a few more to go. I don't have enough paint. I'm using more paint than any water or glycerin or anything like that, for the simple reason that I want it to cover. That's too light. So I would rather actually add more paint than to use too much paint and then have to toss it in the garbage. I don't want to really do that. All right. Okay. All right. She must be saying I say stuff. If I do say it, I don't even realize I'm saying it. And I probably won't be self-conscious enough. I probably say it and don't even pay attention. There was something else I used to say, and somebody actually sent me a couple of t-shirts with this saying on it. Isn't that something? But anyway, as I'm talking to you and doing this, you guys can see how simple this actually is. I'm using more of the flat of the brush, okay, because as you guys can see, the more you thin out the paint like that, all right, the quicker it will dry. Just gather it back up, just like that. And try to keep the paint toward the tip of your brush. I mean, I'm near the end here, but still. Just like that. And just like so. All right. That's it. Okay. Let's clean off the brush. All right, get some of this dark stuff here. Hopefully I got enough of it. I don't think I do. And we're going to continue with the dark color on its side. Hopefully my head's not in the way. I'm definitely going to need some more, I can tell. Now I do feel the paint tacking up, which is it's kind of a good thing there. No, I definitely need more red than that. Yeah, that should be enough red. That'd be all right. And I'm mixing it in there fairly well. Okay. All right. All right. And we're just gonna continue on with that dark edge. Get some more. The glycerin is starting to tack up a little bit. All right. Up to you how thick you want your line. All right. I can use the corner of the brush, which will give me a really thin line, or I can use the whole flat edge, to which that's what I'm doing. It speeds it along a little bit and gets us moving here. I'm gonna get just a little bit of water to loosen up this paint, just a little bit, but not enough for it to be totally transparent. And you just keep it moving. Okay. All right. And just keep it moving. Once again, this is a lot quicker to do than the tape method that I shown before. The tape method, using the tape, is just more precise. All right. So it all depends on what type of paint you want. If you want it more loose and flowing, or if it all depends. If you want it a little more architecturally sound, then you do it the other way. Up to you. Once again, it all depends on how much detail you want in the lattice. So really up to you. But as you can see, all right, now you got this weird 3D look thing happening. You've got the blurred out bushes happening. You still see detail in between the lattice with the bushes and all that good stuff. You see all of that going on with that. And really, there it is. Okay. All right. Okie dokie now. It's quicker to do it this way. Let's get a palette knife. Let's take advantage of some of this dark here. We'll use the rest of the brown. It's all right. Pop some blue in that brown. It's gonna turn kind of greenish, but it's all right because we're gonna kill that green. It's turning a very deep green there. Some of this red, not much. It's a little bit of red to kill that. And you gotta be careful because now you're going into the territory of almost having it turn black. A little more red. And there we go. And now it turns into almost a soft black. All right, something like that. That's plenty. There. Believe it or not, you add white to that, it'd be a funky type of odd colored gray. I'm taking my script liner brush, and we're going to get this to an almost watery, inky consistency right around in here. All right. You want it loose enough to do what I'm making it watery, but thick enough to where it will be seen and it won't be too transparent. All right. Okay. Use this the tip of the brush. Use the tip, and you can kind of add your little wiggle them around just like this, just like like that, back and forth, or you can wiggle it around. Do whatever you feel you have to. Whatever you feel you need to do with it. Okay. Get some more water, put it in there. You want it fairly loose. This is such a dark color. Okay. And come over here. You can have it go back upon itself. Up to you. Up to you how really you want to do this. All right. All right. Okay. Come on in here. All right. And keep on going with it. Okay, I'm just going a little bit into the paint, mixing it in with the watery mix. Once again, try to keep it dark, but not to make it fully transparent, because it will. You really don't want it to be transparent. You just keep at it. I'm looking at it in the just keep at it, keep going with it. And just roll the brush to get the ink flow in there. All right. Hey Bill, how are you, man? Happy New Year. Okay. I must say stuff often. Like I say, I don't pay attention. I don't notice it. All right, get some more water. And if you think I'm gonna roll back videos to see how many times I say stuff, if I'm saying it, you're out of your mind. I'm not rolling back through 500 videos. I think Bruce probably, because I believe he paints just about every day, so I think he might be hitting 360 or more videos last year. Because I think he paints just about every day. I know he tries to, at least. All right. And keep it going. It can be daunting. It depends on how now don't worry about that, that's tape. There, I'm just gathering some more of the paint. That's all I'm doing. It's off of the actual artwork. Now when it gets warm, you can tell that it's getting warm because the paint gets a little tacky real fast. And you can feel it on the brush. Okay. We'll go up this way. All right. Like that. All right. And all right. Yeah. Keep on working at it. All right. And we got one more. At least one more for this half. Put it right in there. All right. There. Let's hit the and you're gonna do the same thing. They're having fun with me, I guess, because I really don't know, to be honest with you. I think this is already dry. Don't use that. All right, we'll still use the same dark stuff for the other ones. And I am gathering some more of the dark paint, almost like trying to make it really inky in this consistency. And you don't have to put as many. It's really up to you once again. And we'll kind of pop some lines in here like so. Each and every one of them. But you only can go, just quick little lines in there. Don't try to go crazy with them because remember, you're going to have plants and leaves covering a lot of this stuff. All right. But you go through it rather quickly. That's another thing too. If you go really excessively slow, sometimes it doesn't turn out as good either. But it's all in how much confidence you have doing what you're doing. All right. You wiggle them around a little bit. Any kind of weird, odd shapes you can do. All right. Just like that. And keep with the grain, the pattern they're going in. All right. If you have acrylic ink, you can do the same thing. It's just with acrylic ink or the liquid paint. Obviously, you don't have to dilute it with water. Still, it's potent. It's just really inky paint. Come on the other side, do the same thing. I'm rolling the brush as I do it. And I'm also trying my best to use the tip of the brush. I'm getting some more paint, adding it into this water that I have in here and just rolling it around. All right. This is a script liner brush, so obviously it's not going to hold, a whole lot of water. And you'll know if you're holding your brush to the side, because the lines will get thicker if you go to the side, and the paint will move off the brush that much further. Try not to cross into your other wood slats there. And also, what you don't do, unless you know your OCD really kicks up, don't try to count the squares. That just sends you into a fit of depression. Don't try to count how many of these there is. You'd be surprised, one, how many there actually is. And then, you know, you'll start to get all anxiety and, oh, I don't want to paint that many. Don't think about it. Just keep doing it. And you do it in a way that you're comfortable with. See, you know, because you see me doing it now for the past 7 to 8 minutes. I'm just going towards every one. If you don't want to do it there, if you want to do it this way, you know, you do one here, then you go up, do one here, then you start here, you want to do one there. You can do it that way too if you feel inclined to, if you think it goes faster for you that way. Or it breaks up the monotony. But if you're doing it and you're not paying attention to it, you're never going to notice it. You're not going to really pay attention. You're just going to keep doing them until they're done. So it don't matter. And make sure you're not easily distracted, because then you'll start skipping a few. Okay. All right. All right. Now, some of this might be a little odd for you. Some of it might be like, oh man, is he still on that? Well, if it's kind of your passion and your love, you really don't mind it. And it all kind of matches and fits together within itself. Maryland. Yeah. I've always had it. I'm thankful for it, really. All right. All right. There. There. All right. There. just like that. Yeah, it's not really tedious to me because I'm accustomed to it and I enjoy doing it. But for others who are learning, or sometimes maybe stuff like this is not their thing, so they may not kind of take to it too well. It all depends. Like I said, I knew I was going to paint today, but I just didn't know what. Then I thought about the lattice painting that Bruce was doing. He was having a little difficulty with it. It's easier for me to show than to try to explain it because that's a whole lot of text. And like I said, with YouTube, you can't write your responses in the chat. And yeah, so this is actually the best way. And if he never watches it, somebody else who may be interested will watch it. So it's never really a waste. Right. We're almost there. We're almost there. Now, I am working with a script liner, so obviously it's not going to hold a great deal of water and paint, so. And then you got the last one there. I believe it's the last one. And see, in doing it like this, you don't have to peel away no tape. So, you know. All right, there you go. Complete lattice, done. All right, you see the different colors in wood. You see the wood grains and what have you. You see the different colors of now the sky more than just a modeled background. Okay. And you see the greenery, the shrubs in there. All right, so you see. Yeah, you would have to be on the screen. Yeah, you almost have to kind of coach along in real time for it to have any effect. So yeah, but anyway, there you have it, at least for that part. Okay. All right. Now all this watered down stuff I don't necessarily need, so we'll be getting rid of this. We're gonna clean this up here. I wouldn't mind using that dark stuff, but we'll just use some more. We'll just get some more. Yeah, we'll just get more. All right. Yeah, this stuff not really needed. It's just crap. There. All right, just get away the messy stuff there. Okay, we'll put a few flowers and leaves in that. I could see exactly what he was planning on doing. All right, but I think I got a little discouraged with how it was turning out. But he didn't need to get really really discouraged about it. You know, just keep on going with it and, you know, finish. All right. All right. Let's, I got red, I got green. Let's use a little bit of, we'll use some more blue. We'll put the blue back in its original spot right over there somewhere. Let's get a little bit of, little raw umber. We'll put the raw umber, we'll put it right here in between the other two colors. It's all right. All right. Trying to think of what I'm going to put here. I guess that little touch of white will be fine. All right. Okay. Okay. So let's we're going to take a 3/4 brush and we'll put some flower. We'll start off with flower shapes here. All right. Yeah, they seem to draw a lot of interest now. Lattice work. I don't really do too many of these anymore. Maybe I should. I don't know. It all depends on my mood and what I feel like doing, actually, to be honest with you. Whatever I feel like doing. All right. I guess we'll, I don't. Yeah. If I go that route, I'm going to have to use some orange. All right. All right. This. Definitely going to need some more red. Hey, Jib. Oh, let's go with a little bit of, we'll go with a little touch of green. We'll deepen this red just a little bit there. All right, that might be all right. Let's put this around here somewhere. All right, what kind of? All right. Yeah, we'll kind of circle it right there for right now. A little bit of green. We'll pop the green. We'll grab the green in here and go out that way with it. Something like this. All right. Maybe, yeah, maybe something like that. We'll darken it here for a split second. Needs to be a little darker. So we'll kind of, there we go. Something like that. All right, something like that. All right, that's one. Don't look like much now, but I'm just gonna get a group of them together. More red, little bit of green in there. We're gonna deepen up the red, so when I put the red on there or other lighter versions of the red, it sticks out a little bit more. So we'll keep this we'll keep it a little deep. Maybe. we'll have this one kind of maybe out this way. Obviously, it's a little bit on the light side. It's all right. We'll darken it up. And we'll put a little bit of blue in there, just to darken it up a little bit. Up around in here. We'll round it off maybe here. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, we'll put the bottom of the bowl there. If we put the bottom of the bowl there, then we need to put the inside of the bowl. Put it up here like this. Something like that. All right, that's another one of sorts right in there. All right, let's get some more red. We'll pop that red in this already dark stuff, just like that. So we get a pretty dark base happening here. Let's kind of pop one up in here. Somewhere around in here. We'll kind of give it a bowl, maybe around in there, maybe. All right, something dark here, something like that, and kind of maybe I come out that way, like so. All right, we'll play around with those three. Okay, all right. All right. I'll let some of that tag up and whatnot. We're going to zoom in a little bit also, so you guys can see what I'm going to do with each one of those. We'll start with all right, we'll play around. We'll play around with that one. We'll mess with this one. All right. Let's get some red. And get a little bit of orange. I got red on the brush, it doesn't matter. You still need a little touch of white. You got to beef up this orange red. Okay. All right. And I'm just using a little bit of this color to kind of mold the the top part here. And if you notice, I'm not using when I'm building up a light source. And right where I'm not using like a pure white, either orange or yellow mix will do for a red flower. Okay. And yes, I will use my finger to blend in the darker and the lighter colors in there. Once again, I'm just building up a light source. All right. Okay. All right, we'll add another. We'll add another layer, probably right about in here, and you kind of coax it inside. This is more of a almost like a Chippendale rose here. We'll give him a little something here on the side. Something like that. All the stuff behind it can be a little bit on the darker side now. So we'll play around with just the red right out of the tube here. Up in around here, you get a nice little rim of color. Well, circular like this. And it will keep the edge, but you're gonna get rid of the stuff below it. All right, and then get some more, get another rim of, and once again, you keep the edge, because that's how your eye flows and goes with the flower. Whether the closed or open one, produce a strong edge like that. All right. Get a little bit of that going this way. And this particular fella is kind of closed. Obviously, you guys can see that. Okay. The reason why I'm doing this one first is because if I put other stuff on top of that rose, it's going to get covered up. So do the one that you know may get covered up. You do that one first. All right. We'll put some things here, and we'll kind of give him a little something out here. All right. Something like that. Now, doing that, I just did that. I'm gonna get a little bit of blue in there, darken it up. Now, this is just a little touch of blue with that red, and I'm just gonna cause a nice little shadow in there. All right. You gotta have them dark enough to accentuate and show off, even on the dark half, just to show off the red. All right. All right. There. All right. Something like that for right now. On the other side, we'll get a little bit of red, a little bit of orange. We'll keep it over here. Slight touch of white there, brighten that up a little bit. All right. And you continue with this, but you're going to continue it over here. Just a little bit lighter. Just like that. You can cover it up there too. Some interesting kind of looks going on there. You'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. And what I'm doing now is just fleshing out and adding the different degrees of red and tones in the flower on the outside here, and then we'll build our petals up around this. All right. No problem, Nell. You take care of yourself. Yeah, and Happy New Year. Okay, Jessica. Okay, as I'm looking, I need a little more darkness. I'll use a little bit of brown. A little bit of brown right here. I just need, it needs to be pronounced a little bit more, that's all. All right. Where am I? Let's do the lighter stuff. We'll do that. We'll put it right here. A little orange, a little white there. Now what I just did is dip my brush into some of the white / glycerin mix. Because it's got white paint in it, it'll make it brighter, but it's got the glycerin to make it flow and do what I wanted to do. So, and plus it's right here. It was easiest because it's open. All right, let's go here and we'll kind of pop in a few interesting things in there like that. I need more white. The glycerin is too transparent. So we'll use some of this. And we're going to do that again. We'll give it a little push, give it a little edge. That's a lot better. Just like that. And if I don't want the striations, I'll just wipe the striations away, which is cool. I'll give it a little, just like that. And I'll come in here, because this is like behind another rose. We'll get a nice rim of color here. We'll create another batch of petals there. This is where that nice rim of paint kind of helps you out, like that. And we're going to start just building layers and layers of petals and fun stuff. All right, a little orange, a little white. We'll put a slight touch of red in there, a slight touch, just like that. I'm going back into my little white and glycerin mix, just like that. Now I got enough titanium white and orange in here to even things out there, so it's all good. We'll kind of continue it right from, we'll do it right from here. We're kind of going like this. Just like that, and we'll kind of build a rim of we overlap it a little bit. Okay. And then we'll kind of pop one right here. Well, we'll give it a good press and go on in. All right. Just like that. As I'm just keep looking at it there. I think we're good here. We'll put a few of those little ones in there. We'll get rid of that. Come in here, and we'll come around in here. We'll wipe this away. I just want the rim of color to have it disappear like that. All right. Now, all right. So we got just this red here, and just regular the red paint out of the tube, and we'll start to put like so. And we're just going to use the red right out of the tube. All right. All right. Just like that, we'll play around with all of that dark, even though it's red, but it's a deeper red compared to what we set on here from before. So just like that, we're going to take a little bit of orange. We'll put it right in here. A little more orange. Orange and red. All right. Get a nice little mix just like this. Not completely red, not completely orange. And well, we'll strengthen some of that out here. Just a little bit here. Well, kind of. Okay. All right. We'll kind of go over here on the opposite side. We'll add a little circle, just like this. Come on along in here. There. Like so. Well, let's play with this. We'll just coat. We'll coat this because I don't want to waste the orange. So we'll kind of coat some of that around in here. And we'll kind of coat some of that right around in here. It's like that. Like I said, I don't want to really waste the orange. I don't really need to do much more to that one because we're going to be working on the one just below it. Right down here. We'll work on this fella. Much more red. All right. We'll go a little bit of orange here, a little orange white. Get a little touch of red in there. And a little bit of glycerin. All right. All right. It's on the outside, so we'll do it from the outside. We'll frame it right in here like this. All right. And here we'll kind of flesh it out right here. Okay. And we'll kind of pop it out here like that. I'm just building just the brighter color out there like that. Maybe no, we'll mess with that first. All right, let's go back into our red, and we'll probably flesh out a few things here. Hello, Lorraine, how are you? We're going to and what I'm doing is highlighting the middle part of the base of the flower there. Just like so. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Come on in. Nice little rim of paint on the outside. You're going to put it on the inside. Something like that. Just like this. I'm just fading it into that orange like that. Okay. All right. Let's get some red. And we're gonna come up here, 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 here. Let's build that out like that. Okay, and then we'll fade that in like this. Like that. Get some more red. We're just going to build some large petals, flaring out that way. Let's have one coming this way. And then we'll come in this way. Like so. All right, Jessica, no problemo. Go back into our glycerin. Even though it has white paint in it, it's all right. It's just to loosen up this thick paint. The light source is around here, so we'll just kind of play with it and build it from here. A little touch. Coax it on in, a little touch. I'm overlapping. It's like that. If I don't want the striations, I just keep going lighter with the touches. Okay, that's it. Let's kind of get it strong here. And we're going to kind of bring it all in there like that. And you can see how it starts to form there. I want a little more yellow and white, or I'm sorry, a little more orange and white. All right. Because you want to kind of frame that brightness wherever you want it bright at. Just like that, and then we can kind of coax some of that brightness right in the middle. Okay, you see what I'm doing. You see where it's going here. Okay, I'm gonna use some of this bright stuff, and we're gonna kind of maybe a little bit of something right in there. All right. We're going to push and curve in. And I'm doing it in a circular motion, but everything is being sent towards the middle of the flower. All right. All right. There. All right. All right, let's play around with some. And I'm just using the red. A little bit of glycerin in there. All right. And we're going to get some, probably some transparent stuff. Wrap around in here. You'll still see the petals, but you'll still see the lattice behind them. Just straighten out that, there we go. Like I say, every time I add a layer, the camera can't keep its focus, but it's all right. We can, and we'll deal with it as it happens. Now, as I add more petals, of course, you don't see the separation until I brighten one, and I will. Because you can really get these guys to kind of. Now I lighten it with some orange and white. Very light. Where's that separation rate? About here. Like that. And okay. Right behind here, we'll get and right now I'm just separating the petals so you can actually see them. Because as it dries, obviously, it gets darker. I'm getting rid of the striations by just painting over it. Okay. Shadow boxes. Could you explain that to me? What do you mean by that? I'm just brightening some. And that's all I'm doing. It's brightening. So it just shows up a little better. But you see all sorts of interesting things happening all in between there. All right, but that's basically what I'm doing. All right, I am looking. I can add something else. I am not sure if I want to do it. Maybe I'll put a leaf in there. Okay. All right. Let's go to number 3 up there, right up here. Okay. Let's get some red. We'll put it right in here. Pull that paint, thin it out a little bit. I'm going into the white / glycerin mix. Okay. Just to loosen up the paint. Okay. Let's start off with some stuff here. Go right in. All right. So we got 1 down. Actually, let's have this one almost get buried by the other preceding petal. Now, when I do that, obviously I'm going to have to brighten the petal that's ahead of it. So that's what I'm going to end up doing. And you'll see in a second here. This guy has to be shown that he's part of the other flower there. Okay. Oh, okay. Canvas. Okay, gotcha. Nice. All right. Thank you for letting me know. Appreciate it. I'm just pulling the paint towards me, getting a shade so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing here. Just like that. Let's put another one in there going on this side. Go down, down, go on in there like this. Okay. All right, let's go to our deeper red. And okay. We're going to do the same thing over here. Actually, we're going to bring that on the outside. Outside. Boom. Outside. Okay. Going back into the glycerin just to brighten this, or not even to brighten it up, it's just to loosen it up. And a little push, go out, overlap, push, overlap, push, overlap, overlap. Just like that. Now you see how the pedals start to overlap each other. You got the guys in the back there. And we're just gonna keep going, keep at it. Different directions here. And then boom, 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 boom. And how I'm able to do this is I'm just gently overlapping the strokes. All right, so you can take a flat brush and make a circular pedal. All right, let's take some more of this red out the tube here. No glycerin, no water, no nothing. You got a short window to do it, and because it's in the back here, get those. See that? And then give it a little push, go in, a little push. These will be fellows on the bottom down here. And then I'll bring this one inward. Then we're gonna go out, we're gonna do another pedal right here. Then we're gonna come out here, just like this. You see that little pink rim that's going on there? See that? You see how easy you just build layer? That's on top of that, on top of that, on top of that. Have it come out a little bit more there. Just like that. All right. Once you get accustomed to it, it's almost like second nature. But it just practice. Just practice. And practice. And you truly gotta enjoy what you're doing. Now, in highlighting a red flower, you use more orange, you use more yellow, or yellow-white mix and orange-white mix than red and white. Because if you do keep doing red and white, it's going to turn. Thank you, Miss Southern Belle. I appreciate it. Hey, Kathy. Happy New Year's Day to you too, Kathy. I sent your invoice to, I think, through Messenger, I think. Either that or email. One of them two, but I did send it. And I already mailed hers off. I mailed off everybody's, actually. Yeah, they're gone. Mailed them out. Good to see you, Kathy. Always good to see you. Okay. Let's play with a layer of them. Oh, maybe right here. Pop one here. There. Okay. We can let's accent some of that orange. I like that color. So we'll accent some of that orange here. All right. Lorraine, go to my, actually, who's here? Somebody's here. Have Lorraine, give her my, Facebook link, please. Is Sonia still here? I know somebody got my Facebook link, and you can contact me on Messenger or in the community tab, my email address is there, but you'll get a faster response from my messenger. Because we're almost done here. See, with the color red, orange, yellow, colors like that will brighten up your flower, and yet it's still a red flower. If you start using a white on top of red, now you're going into the carnation category. You follow me? Okay. So the orange highlights look pretty neat. Yep, either friend me on Messenger or contact me through the email. I do have a catalog. I got a catalog of video series, which is posted, is pinned actually on my profile page. I'm still looking at things here, making sure everything's kind of cool before I move on. Can you guys see that? Yes, you guys can. I'll expand this in a little while. We're almost there. Almost. Let's get some red for a second. And let's go over here and play around with that dark part on this side here. Bring some of that in there like that. Okay. All right. I can probably just add stamens on this one. Let's take this and go that way. Take this, go straight down. Because you guys show that this petal that you guys cannot see me do, it's flipped inward, facing the direction, or at least that direction. It's flipped inward. Just like that. So you got all sorts of interesting movements and everything going on with each one, actually. Okay. All right. We're nearly there. We got some leaves to put in there. Then that's it. So we're going to pull back a little bit. A little bit more. Pull back, pull back. Pull back. Yeah, we're good there. Let's put the there we go. All right. Now, we still got our leaves and stuff going back there. We got our bushes in the back there. So you still got activity going on down there. You don't really want to kill all of that. What's happening down there? Okay. So, our leaves will be strategically placed. All right. And they won't be supersized because you still want to see what's going on back there, and you still want to see some of the lattice work also. Okay, I'm just scraping up the dry paint. Get rid of that because I really don't need what you're looking at here. I didn't really want to get rid of the orange, but I might bring that orange back. I really don't need this red. The orange I might have liked to use, but it's okay. All right. Let's get some leaves going in here. Now, as you notice, it's probably one of the only times I'll probably use the yellow in this painting, maybe. So let's do this real fast. Let's put the yellow right here. Put some white into it because yellow was ridiculously thin. All right. We'll go to my old standby. It's just an eyebrow brush, you guys. You guys are quite familiar with these guys. And we'll get some stamens in there. nice roundish type of look there, or oval. Okay. Yeah, you guys can see this. Very light touches. In a circular pattern here. They get a little lighter as they get toward the edge. A little heavier here. It's like so. Well, thank you. All right, Lorraine. Thank you. And I'll get right back to you. Okay. We'll use the colors we have there to, which is, I don't know if we want to use that dark brown, but we're going to use this. That's just an embarrassingly low amount of green I have, the sap green, but don't worry, we'll work with it, I think. Nah, not really enough. But that's all right. We'll make some more with this blue and this yellow. Pop it all in there. We'll make a bigger batch of green, just like that. See that? All right. Go back into our paint / glycerin mix just to thin this stuff up. All right. It's not going to really change the color much because this is more glycerin than paint. All right. It's like liquid white when a certain Afro gentleman would do his paintings. But I don't work in oil. I work with acrylics. I used to work with oil a long time ago until I got pets, baby pets, nosy, curious pets. So that ended that. Okay, let's put we'll put a leaf right here. I won't make them super large because I want to see the lattice work. So we'll kind of put them right there. All right. Put them right in there. We'll get to the highlighting and everything. Right now, it's just the general shape of these guys. So we got one there. Actually, let's see. We'll block this in. Be careful how I block it in, but I'll block in one right here. And when I'll make the difference of what leaf is on top a little later. You know, I might as well fill that in like that. Sure, why not? Let's pop one right in here, just like that. Once again, I won't make them too large. Something like that. It's best that you do these in odd numbers also. It just appeals to the eye better. All right. All right. Can you guys, yeah, you guys can see me do this up here. And I'm just blocking in the color by the petals here. This is the direction I want to go, and so I will pop them in there like that. I'm gonna try my best to try to keep the leaves at least in the frame. At least I'm gonna try. That's the best I can do is try. Let's pop one right up in here. And we'll go this way. And you'll see what I'll do with these in a second. One more right here. And you'll see how I work this out here. Once again, I'm just fleshing this stuff out. I need more dark in here because it helps separate those two. So I'll just kind of pop some green in there, just like that. As a matter of fact, I want it darker than that in between these two guys. All right. It's almost like a lost and found thing when you do it like this. Something like that. Pop it in there. All right. Yes, the larger leaves would stand out, but this, well, you'll see. There's a reason why I didn't do the super big leaves. Let's get a little bit of white and yellow. Let's get into a little bit of, yeah, I guess this will work. Pull this toward me here. All right. Right in here. Just like that. Just like so. Like that. We're gonna create one that didn't even exist. Watch. Look at this. You got a leaf that never even existed. Pop it right in there like that. Right up top here. Bring it on down. A little push of paint. Bring it on down. Right here. Just like so. I'm going to take this brush, tone some of that down, just like that. Like I said, I'll pick and choose which one will have the light side to it. All right. Let's get a little bit of blue, a little bit of brown. Put it right in there. Get a little touch of glycerin. Loosen up this paint just a bit. Get that brown back in there. All right. Do the dark side here. Get some of that shadow going in there. Pretty much the same thing in here. Pop it in there. My bad, I went up. Well, no, because I can put that as the shadow. So it's all right. Right up in here, it's all shadow. And once again, it brings out the, like that. It brings out the other petals. Bring some of that all up in here. Just like that. Thanks, Laurie. We're going to bring some more depth into it. All up in here. Get that weird shadow thing happening there. Yeah. All right. Let's hit the focus one more time there. Let's get a little bit of white. We'll put it right here. We're going to use the corner of the brush. Add some of those little fun things in there. Boom. I'm just using the corner of the brush. Get that nice fine line there. Not all of them will have it, but like so. We're just contaminating the white with the green just a little bit. All right. Truly up to you if you want to add some of these guys. Where's my water? Just a little bit of water. Loosen up this paint. You can use a script liner to do these. All depends on what you're comfortable with. Okay. Like, see, you do it with the instrument you are most comfortable with using. All right. I do use acrylic paint because of the speed of the drying time. But you can see how it pops out now. So it's really important to put those shadows underneath those leaves there. Okay, and things are a little. Angie Smith, hello. How are you, Angie? So, I think it's in focus. You guys can see all the depth that's involved in it. Okay. Once again, as I fine tune and look at, I see Lori's corner is on. And the second most hardest thing to do sometimes is knowing when to say quit, knowing when to stop, you know. Okay, let's put some of my let's put some of my friends in there. Might as well. I'm gonna need we'll do it. No. We'll have it matched today. I'll show you. Nice little trick I learned from Gary Jenkins. When he showed this, I knew I was gonna take it. I kid about it with him a lot. Gary. If you don't know who Gary Jenkins is, he an incredibly popular, well-known instructor that kind of invented that style of flower that you're looking at there. All right, a little bit brighter, very watery. I'm doing this with titanium white. Okay, all right. Let's go in between here. We'll go up here. We're going to go in between the lattice. Let's like come out like that. Come out here. Come on around. Just like that. Let's go around this guy and just curl him here like that. All right. This ties the whole painting together. Okay. We'll go underneath this leaf, come over this leaf, go under that leaf. All right. I have to look at it and make sure it's bright enough and it's seen. It's like that. If I need to get it brighter, I'll get it brighter. Still contaminated green, but it's just to get it a little bit brighter to have it seen. It's got to be seen. We're good. All right, like that. But this is not what I'm talking about, but you'll see in a second. Let's go in between here. And then it just goes loops behind there. It just comes out and goes behind that little like that. All right. All right, let me show you something. Let me watch this. Let's take a little bit of white, a little bit of red. I'm gonna put it right here. And I'm covering the whole thin brush with it. All right. Okay. Now I'm gonna take that brush. You guys see it here. All right. I'm gonna go into this funky orangey white mix. All right. So it looks like a little backwards, disturbing ice cream cone. All right. Let's go here. Let's just loop it this way. We'll come out here, off the tape. Off the tape here. Not enough of it. That's okay. Don't panic. It's all right. If it turns red on you, it's all right. Off the tape like this, then press down. Bam. Got a bud already. When he showed me this trick, man, I flipped out. I couldn't believe it. That is like the coolest thing in the world. Really. Oh, let's go here. Let's loop around, loop around, loop around. Boom. Pop one right there. Okay. I think it's great. Well, thank you, Lori. Yeehaw. Hey, my God. What's going on, Boomer? Man, how the heck are you? It's been a month of Sundays and Saturdays. It's good to see you. And thank you very much. How you been? It's good to... I mean, you were like incognito, man. What happened? Hope everything's well, and Happy New Year to you. Okay, guys, I do believe that should be it, more or less. And I hit this focus about 40 times. Now, there's a large light that, as you can see by the shadow, is right, well, you guys can't tell, but it's right here from the back of me, so. Okay. I think I got what I need to do here. Let's pretty this up a little bit here. Really. Okay. All right. So this pretty much has a lot going on in it already. Okay. If it was a slightly larger one, I would probably put some oversized dewdrop thingies in there, but not today. I'm going to do something a little different. I usually don't sign on this side, but you know, things are kind of happening over. I'll just put it over here. I usually don't put my signature on this side. All the pins. Wow. This is the first painting of the new year, actually. Wow. January 1st, 2022. There you go. Solar Ring. It is the very first painting of 2022. And we can make this palette disappear. But before I do that, let me straighten this palette out and let's get this off of me. I prefer rubbing alcohol to clean my palette more than a Windex. I'm just sealing up my paint. The rubbing alcohol really eats this stuff right up. And this is a glass palette. It is gray, neutral color. And yes, I just spray the rubbing alcohol on it. Of course, the downside is that your whole art area will smell like a hospital bed, but you know, it is what it is. All right. I'll take a large palette knife, and you see this stuff comes right up, as you can see. All right, just moves and slides around. All right. Yeah. And yes, my garbage pail does have a very large garbage bag in it with the shoe rack that was invented or discovered by that large-haired gentleman that used to hold that painting show for many years. It's sad that we can't really say his name too much without getting sued. So sad. Whoops, that's what happens when it busts through. It's all right. Okay. Now, rubbing alcohol also, besides sanitizes and cleans this thing, it dries in like a record amount of time. So there, that's the end of that. Okay, let's get rid of that. Goodbye. And we're gonna expand this so you'll see the proper size of this also. So hold on one hot second here. Boom. All right, that's the actual size. All right. Once again, it is 12 by 16 canvas board, canvas panel rather. So I hope you do frame it, because when you use glycerin, well, I use water. As you can see, it leaks right through. But if you're gonna put a frame on it, you're not gonna tell anyway. And I don't think I have a 12 by 16. Let me see, what do I have? Oh, you're full from dinner, and this thing is like done. Let's see what it looked like in a black. I don't know if it'll fit, but we'll find out. It's just a basic black frame, but it will look, well, you guys won't really see it until I scroll downward. Yeah, it looks somewhat like that. The focus on it, but something like that. All right, but that's what it would look like. Get off, put you back. All right, goes up that way. Okay, something like that. Let's put this back. All right. Whew. Of course, it's out of focus again. It doesn't take long for it to kind of pop out of focus, but there you go. Thank you very much, Jessica, and thank you, Lorraine, and thank all of you who stuck by and watched this whole thing. 2 hours and 30 minutes of it. Didn't mean for the stream to be that long, but you know, so I take it it's got to be a little after 7 o'clock now. Yeah. Once again, first painting of the new year. And if you are interested, Lorraine, can you have the frame? The only thing about this frame, Lorraine, is that, well, one, it doesn't fit it, and two, I don't know if I have the glass for it, the plexiglass. No, not this frame. This frame is taped. I don't have the plexiglass for this frame. You don't want this frame. You see, it's all taped in the back and everything. I use it for display, and this painting, it's not going to fit really. I just placed it on there. It was just taped up on there. So that frame will not work because it don't even fit. But you definitely can go to Walmart and get a frame for 12 by 16 is a common size. So it looks like I'll be doing a whole lot of my paintings this common size or bigger, probably a little bigger than this. But I also got actual canvas too. But I'll take a picture of this. I'll post it on my Facebook page, and I'll obviously make a thumbnail of this and all of that fun stuff. So yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think so. But once again, it's very good to see boondocking with Boomer. Oh, okay. Lorraine, but it is Lorraine, right? Or is it L'Oreal? That's Lorianne, isn't it? Is it Laura? Lorianne or Lorraine? Looks like a little bit of both. It's Lorraine, isn't it? So I apologize for butchering your name. I'll wait a few, and I'll varnish it, and yeah, if you if you send me an email, everything works out, I'll send it out to you tomorrow morning. It'll definitely be all dry and everything by then. So, okie dokie. I think that's about it. And I will see you guys when I see you. And until next time, peace. Yeah, I noticed that, Sonya. No troll patrol tonight. You may have spelled your name twice. If you'd have spelled it phonetically, I'd have understood it more. Well, a happy new year to you too. I appreciate you. Okay, I'm done butchering names and telling dumb jokes. I shall see y'all later. Peace.